Alright guys, welcome back to the island. It's been a rainy couple days, but it's supposed to clear up later today, which I'm really excited for. I've been looking forward to getting out a bit. I've got some plans for working on the garden, just finishing up a few things. You guys gave me some suggestions in last week's video. Since I had never really planted anything before, I didn't know that I was supposed to take a lot of the plants out of those like mesh pots that they come in. So I planted them with them, but you guys recommended I take them off, so that's one of the things I'm going to be doing. And then I'm also going to be planting the potatoes, something I've been wanting to do for a while. I've always loved potatoes, and I think it'd be really cool to be able to grow them ourselves up here. So I've got a nice little section that I was planning on using for the potato garden. While we're waiting for the rain to clear and the sun to come out, I'm going to make myself one of my favorite breakfasts in history, crepes with sausages. Alright, so the thing I like about crepes, at least the way our family's always made them, is they're super easy to make. You know, I don't know why I put that in a bowl. It should probably be in something bigger. But we'll want 1 cup of white flour, do about a cup of milk, a cup of water, and I'm going to mix that together just to check the consistency. 2 eggs. Like I've said before, I don't usually follow recipes exactly. I just kind of do whatever I have or works. So just doing like 1 cap of vanilla extract, but I'm pretty sure that's around 1 teaspoon. Then I like cinnamon, so I'm going to add some of that in. That looks about good. And it really depends on how thick or thin you want them. I like mine really thin, so that should work. I use a bunch of different pans, but this flat cast iron is my favorite one. We'll get some butter, grease the pan. Just pour some of your batter on. Not too much. You still want it to be thin, but you also want it to be thick enough where it doesn't just instantly rip. And then just kind of spread it as wide as you can. You can see it just slides around because the pan was properly greased, which is good. And I'm going to work the spatula. If you have the skills, you can just flip it by shaking the pan. That's what my dad does, but I do not. So I'm going to work my spatula under to the center without ripping it, hopefully, and I ripped it. No! And take 2. There we go. That's better. And start cooking the next one. Oh, I wonder if I would actually be able to flip this. Let's see. It's risky, but okay. Hey! Kind of worked. Add some more butter and start cooking up the sausages. Oh no! I forgot about the sausages. Hey look, our friends the Canadian geese are still here. And so are the mosquitoes. I went on a phone call with my brother and yeah, forgot that I was still cooking something. That's never a smart thing to do, but this should all clear up pretty soon. And the good news is the sausages are not too burnt. I think it was just because of the butter. And then I had the pan pretty high to heat up again after cooking the crepes. And then, yeah, it started smoking. Well, it's still a little bit hazy in here, but we got our food done, so wow. Need to get a better nozzle for that thing. They're really good. If you guys make them, you probably won't have as much trouble as I do. And like I said, you can add whatever you want. I would honestly look at a recipe just because I've been kind of winging it and they turn out fine. So that works for me, but I'm sure there's actual recipes and different things like that for them if you're interested. Delicious as always. So today is garbage day. as I'm sure you guys have guessed, we don't have garbage trucks come by. That'd be a little difficult on an island surrounded by water. When it's time for us to dump our garbage, I have to bring it over to the nearest town. And then once we're done with that, I'm going to drive a little bit farther south to one of my favorite towns, because I'm sure I've talked to you guys about how much I've been looking forward to Herbert's Fish and Chips restaurant opening again. They're closed during the winter, obviously, because their fishing boat can't go out to get the fish. But now they're open, so I'm also going to stop there. There's a beautiful lighthouse and some pretty neat views. And I think I'll take my meal there and enjoy it. And then when we get back, I'm going to work on the garden a bit. Ooh. I think it'll be kind of good, though. It's almost been an entire month of me being up here alone. Caroline and Matt came for Sunday, which was really nice. But yeah, I think it'll be fun to get out and go see some stuff for a bit before continuing the work here at the island. I also almost forgot, but this is the first week, the starting week of bass season. I've been waiting for that for a while, so I look forward to getting my rod out and hopefully catching some fish. Usually the fishing's pretty good during this time of year, although I haven't had the best luck when it comes to trying to show you guys that. It seems like every time I film I don't catch anything, but this time I think it'll be different. So at some point we definitely need to get out and try our hand at fishing again. Alrighty, let's get into town and get back to the island. This is too nice of a day to spend away, but at least, you know, this time, unlike last time, it was really nice and sunny. I'm not going into town all day, and I'm also going to be able to have the chance to enjoy some of the scenery while I'm out there. Man, what a beautiful day, though. It's something else. It's obviously been spring for a while now, but I haven't seen it like this yet. This is the hottest day. I'm definitely overdressed. I'm gonna have to take this off, and it's just absolutely stunning. Like the vibrant greens of spring, definitely one of my favorite seasons. We're even starting to see some of the wildflowers start to bloom, which always adds so much color and beauty. I definitely want to do a hike at some point. We got a couple really good ones. Caroline and Matt did one of them last week, and I think that would be a fun little trip at some point. Well, anyways, I'll see you guys after we dump the garbage and start heading into town. I just stopped off real quick at the local general store here to grab a few essentials that I'm lacking right now, like eggs and milk. It's a lot more expensive here because getting stuff out in the middle of nowhere always is, but I didn't feel like driving all the way to the city today because it's too nice. I didn't want to waste any of it, so I just got what I needed here. Now I'm gonna head to Herbert's and get some fish and chips. I might stop off at the cafe though, because that only opens in the spring and summer as well, and get an iced coffee or something. Decided to get a iced coffee first because it is sweltering hot outside. I'm actually not sure what it is. I should check. But man, what a crazy shift from yesterday, which was really rainy and chilly, and then this morning was pretty cold. Today is 24 Celsius. That's pretty hot, especially for this time of year. Oh my goodness, that smells way too good. Almost feels like a shame to be leaving on such a gorgeous day. This town is so beautiful with all the boats parked in the harbor, the seagulls and everything, but I know that the spot I'm going to be taking you guys is just as beautiful, if not more beautiful, and there's a lot less people. So let's go check it out. I'm not really sure why, but ever since I was a little kid, coming to this spot always felt like a beach vacation, and it still does, especially since it's been so rainy recently, and today's nice and warm. I'm really excited about going to this place, even though it's not too far away, and I've been here a whole bunch of times. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A short little drive through the woods. You turn right onto the tiny little road. Whew. Forgot how rough this road can be, especially right after winter. I guess this kind of is a beach. It's a rocky beach on a giant lake, so kind of counts. I'll count it as my beach vacation for the time being. Oh, what an absolutely gorgeous day. Wow. Super hot, but the cold breeze coming off of Georgian Bay here is just absolutely beautiful. I definitely needed this little excursion. Feels so good to get out, and especially in a place as beautiful as this one. Hey look, a natural chair. Perfect. Mr. Seagull. This is my fish. That was absolutely amazing. Super relaxing coming out here, and very nostalgic of when I was younger. Definitely one of my favorite spots. I want to come back here a little bit later in the season when the water's not so freezing cold. I mean, the water's always pretty cold here, but it'd be kind of fun to go for a swim at some point. I'm gonna go check out the lighthouse now, and I'll share some of the history of this area with you guys. Before Killarney was connected to the outside world by road in 1962, all transportation to and from the village was by boat. Originally established as a fur trade outpost in 1820, Killarney later became a thriving fishing village. A lighthouse was critical to help ships find their way to this remote harbor. The Killarney East and West lighthouses were built in 1867. They were among the first to be lit in the new Dominion of Canada. The lighthouse keeper lived in Killarney and maintained both lighthouses, traveling to and from by boat. The two lighthouses were then rebuilt in 1909 in the pepper pot design that features a square, tapered base and a round top that holds the light. The Killarney East and West lights were automated in the 1980s. Today, snowmobilers and those who travel across the ice rely on them, making these lighthouses useful navigational aids year-round. The cabins on our island were built in the 1940s, so 20-something years before the road was put through. And back then, while they were building, they would fly everything in by float plane. And the main dock on our island, or at least the original one, used to actually have a little boathouse next to it where they could refuel and park the float plane back in the day. That building has long since sunken into the lake, but you can still see the base of where it used to be under the water. This bay here, Georgian Bay, is absolutely gorgeous. You can see so many boats coming through. Even though there is now a road leading to this town, people still come here by boat. I would almost say the majority of the time, especially in the summer. A lot of them actually come all the way from the States. I can't really remember which river connects, but through following certain river passes and coastal passes, we've seen people from Florida and all over the States coming through and eventually arriving here in Canada, which is always a really cool sight to see. My brother has a sailboat, and last year we went out a couple times, and hopefully we can this year, because it's an absolute blast. We had a great time sailing through Georgian Bay here. The time that we went out and actually camped out in the sailboat was pretty crazy, because we're obviously very novice sailors, and the wind was a little crazy, but it made for a very fun time and good story. Here you can see the pepper pot style of the new lighthouse sitting up atop this beautiful rocky ledge looking out onto Georgian Bay. Well guys, that was a great little break. Always good to get out and explore a little bit, especially on a day like today. I hope you guys found that interesting. I've always loved the history of this place and coming out and seeing this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We'll head back to the island now and get to work on the garden. I could stay here all day though. Unfortunately, I can't. But yeah, this is also the little radio station. This is the Marine Communication and Traffic Station, and that is where all of your radio signals, if you ever had to do a mayday or any other radio stuff on a boat, that's where it all go to and then get received and sent out all over the area. Well, I ran out of gas. Luckily, this time I thought ahead and brought an extra jerry can. Who's that up there? That wouldn't be my friend. That wouldn't be my dog, would it? Oh, there he is. Oh, there's that friend. Hi, buddy. Every time, without fail, Lando is just as excited as the last time. Right? Yeah, I know. Alright, we made it back and got the groceries all put away. I'm going to quickly change into something a little lighter, and then we can get to work on the garden. Well guys, we got the potatoes in the ground. Obviously, I think there's some stuff I could have done better. I didn't have too much soil in here, so I had to add another bag to this side. But I think I got them buried deep enough. I just made little trenches and spaced them out as much as I could. And hopefully that will be enough. A lot of the videos I saw had them deeper in the ground and with more room, but since I'm working with half of this garden, and it's one of our newer ones that doesn't have too much soil, I didn't really have too much room to work with. So I hope it turns out great. We won't really be able to tell until we at least see some sprouts and until the harvest later on. Now that we got this done, I'm going to turn my attention to this garden bed over here because this one has been looking a little bit rough. We've got some stuff that's already growing here, but it looks like this side needs a little bit of work. Some of the plants are coming out of the ground, which I think is from Lando, which isn't good. So I'm going to add another bag of soil to this side and also to the side with what I'm assuming is corn, and then water it down, and hopefully that will help them out a bit. You're still alive. The slicer tomato is doing so much better than last week. Same with all the tomatoes. They're all growing quite nicely. Our green onions are growing, and everything else is looking healthy. Ooh, mosquito. All right guys, come take a look at this. This is kind of weird. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but if you look at the sun right now, I'm not sure if you can see. You see how the sky is like super hazy right now and the sun is glowing a really vibrant orange? I think that's due to smoke from forest fires. Usually in the early spring and summer, we get a couple nearby and the whole lake gets pretty smoky. I haven't heard of any ones nearby, but I do know in Saskatchewan and a couple other places they've been having some pretty bad forest fires recently, so it's possible. It's also pretty hazy if you just look out there. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but I can definitely smell a bit of smoke. I checked and there's nothing like immediately in this area, so everything's safe obviously, but the smoke can blow really far. Well guys, it looks like today we're going to be getting some visitors up at the island. My mom and dad are going to be arriving with Matt and Caroline as well. My parents were just in the States for a while, and then they dropped off their truck to ship to Europe for the trip they're going to be doing. So while they're waiting for it to ship, they're going to spend a little bit of time here before flying out for a while. So it will be nice to see everyone, basically have the entire family up at the island again, except for Pete, who's still on his trip. So yeah, I've just been spending most of this day getting some of the rooms ready and making sure everything's nice and cozy for their arrival, but I just got a text saying that they are now on the road here, so I'm gonna go pick them up with the boat. I can't wait to see Lando's reaction to the whole family coming back, especially my mom, because she's his favorite person, so he's probably gonna go nuts for a while. Well, perfect timing. It looks like I'm gonna be arriving just as they're pulling in, and we also got to see that family of Canadian geese again, which is pretty cool. So many bugs here.
Ah, it's good to be back here.
So nice. Not freezing cold.
Yeah.
It's
So nice to be back. So nice to see Dan. We have 2 weeks here before, or 2.5 weeks before we meet up with our truck. So we're gonna enjoy every minute of it. Lando, come here. Lenny, good guy. Look at that guy. Oh. You wonder where Mom is? I'll go get her, okay? Woohoo! Oh,
What is this, you guys? He licked.
Oh. Sweet. Cool. At least we got one on camera. Nice.
There we go. Yeah, come on. Get in here. Woo! Come on. You're huge. Whoa!
It's a nice little pike. It's actually the first pike I've ever caught in my life.
it's a nice one there, man.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Is it 2 foot?
24 inches.
24 inches.
Nice.
Well guys, thank you so much for watching this week's video. It's been great having the whole family up, or at least most of it. It's the first time in a while since we've all been together here at the island, so we had a lot of fun just hanging out and talking about the trip my parents were just on. And then of course, as soon as we could, me and my brother-in-law Matt went out fishing, and usually we don't have very good luck, but this time we did. I actually caught the first pike of my life, which was really great. For the next few days while they're here, we're just gonna be doing the same thing basically, you know, just spending some quality time together and doing fishing, of course. But I'm gonna get back in there. We're watching a cozy movie together. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, thank you for all your comments on YouTube and for all your tips, especially to do with the garden recently. It's been a big help. As always, a special thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my Patreon channel. Your support really means a lot, and it helps me to be able to keep doing what I love doing and bring you guys new content each week. And of course, I will see you guys next time.